Hey guys, Ponce here on the PvE, and I'm going to show you a preview of Kled with his abilities and animations, both the mounted and dismounted form. So we're going to start with the mounted version, and the latter half of the video will be dismounted, because he has different abilities and animations and all that kind of stuff. Now, for this thing, it's going to be a little bit different than normal since I'm recording over a thing, but anyway, we're going to start with the Taunt.
I figure I'll help you kill him. Before I kill you. You do realize you're on my property.
He has more taunts than that, but there's a lot, so, you know, I'm not going to go through all of them. What's the joke here? Couple variants on the laugh. Finally, the dance.
Your turret has been destroyed.
Alright, so next all the abilities. Basic auto attack with the W, which auto activates. Notice that when his W isn't up, his attack speed is incredibly slow. So that's of course the Q there with the drag, and there's the E, dashing through things. So you can double dash if it's a large minion or a large monster.
Don't need a plan, long as I got this axe.
Or a champion. You can use the ult here. So that's the point blank ult. You use it at short range. Oh, plus all his abilities. You don't see it for very long. I do the ult again later in this recording because, you know, I have to go through all the animations again anyway. But again, note the very slow attack speed when the W is not active. And again, you don't have the option to like use it or toggle it. It just goes off the instant you hit something, and then you have a few seconds to actually get the ability to go off, and then it just goes on cooldown. So an interesting, I mean, it's not super interesting mechanic, but I mean, it's a little bit different, I suppose. No, what was I
there
doing
ain't
here?
no land that ain't mine. Just land I ain't got around to claiming.
I think what I was going to do here is... Oh yeah, I was showing that you can't actually dash through walls with the E, which is kind of interesting, but you can shoot through walls, or rather you can like knock yourself through walls with the Q. Kind of like Caitlyn. So I'm going to dismount him here. Takes a little while because I've got him kind of tanky, but Baron will eventually dismount him here.
Quit your worrying. Ain't nobody gonna give you nothing.
So watch this. Here's the Q.
Take it yourself.
Yeah, like Caitlyn's net gun sort of thing. And the way you get the mount back is by killing minions, hitting towers. There's maybe a few other things you can hit, but also hitting things with the Q. That'll up the courage bar thing you see down there. It's a little bit like Nar's rage bar. Similar-ish sort of idea. Although Nar's rage bar, if I recall correctly, goes up if you just hit anything. But it goes up much more slowly. This thing you can stack up actually quite quickly if you're actually actively killing things. Now notice killing jungle monsters doesn't make that bar go up. It just sat at 48 there the whole time. Okay, and I believe I'm going to go down here and just use some abilities against Lux while, you know, not mounted. Notice also how slow he is when he's not mounted.
Don't worry. Them voices ain't telling me to kill you no more.
Oh, never mind. Taunt animation.
Of course we still gonna kill him. So, when exactly you planning on getting the hell out of here?
So he has no line attached to the joke. I don't know if that's intentional or what, but he just kind of jumps up and bites his thing. And there's no dance animation when he's dismounted, which is kind of interesting. I don't know if they plan to put one in later or what. I would guess they are, but who knows. Oh, yeah, so I'm just going to use some abilities here against
First
Lux
thing you learn
dismounted.
as a Lieutenant Sergeant Commodore, rely only on yourself.
As you can see, you can get kind of low, and then suddenly this thing comes back, and you have a huge hit point shield there from Kled. Well, it's not even really a shield. They are technically your hit points.
Come back! I gotta put an axe in your brain.
So I'm just kind of chasing Lux here for a little bit.
Oh, you ain't leaving, are you?
So notice, like, if you run out of range of that circle, the second part of the pull doesn't
positive.
actually go
I
off.
ain't delusional. Unusual.
So to stay in range, you can dash and stuff. Now notice the pull thing. It's not actually, the range of it isn't that big. Or rather, the distance you pull them back, what it does is applies a slow and pulls them back a bit, but it deals like a massive sort of like secondary chunk of damage. So it's a very good damage dealing tool if you can get the second half of it to go off. So here's the recall, obviously.
Total paranoia is just total.
It's cut off there. Now, what I'm going to show you here is, I believe, I was going to show the death animation plus the recall animation when he's not mounted, because that's different as well.
Don't get weird on me. Skull! Skull! Eat blood! There, got it!
I really just find this character
I did
amusing.
not earn the rank of Sergeant Double Admiral by not running!
There's a weird bug here. Lux, like, her ult just doesn't hit me, if I recall correctly. It was quite strange. Yeah. So he's dead right there. Yeah, apparently this character just is immune to skill shots or something, because I don't know what happened with the Lux ult, but whatever. So yeah, that was all the abilities and animations attached to this character. Well, most of them, I suppose. He's got a whole bunch of voice lines, but I'm not going to spend 30 minutes trying to get through all of them, because there are a lot of them. Generally speaking, yeah, I just find this kind of amusing. I can see myself using this kit rather interestingly. But yeah, I'll of course get the actual gameplay footage stuff available for you guys very soon, probably within a few hours. But it depends. I got to go into PBE solo queue, which is just like can be a nightmare. I'm just going to pause the video in the background here. So yeah, stay tuned for that. If you haven't already, if you subscribe, you can be alerted when that happens. But I suspect it won't take me too long. I feel like I can kind of hard carry with this champion, but we'll see. I also have a whole bunch of experiments to do, like how well does he work in the jungle? What does it look like with 2.5 attack speed? The usual stuff. Maybe I can figure out something else interesting to do with him. But in any case, thanks for watching, everyone. And I am off to go try and get you guys the actual gameplay footage. So again, thanks for watching, and goodbye.